I think for me, what I've learned through having to deal with, I guess, the mental and emotional discomfort that goes into being a professional athlete has been far more profound than any kind of lessons I've learned through dealing with the physical adversity. You have to put yourself out there and open yourself up to levels of criticism that go far beyond what the normal person does when you compete professionally in a sport.
I am Calm Porter. I compete professionally in CrossFit, have done so for 6 years. I'm a full-time university student. I part-own a couple of businesses, avid traveller, just a dude that likes working out and somehow makes a living off it.
So I've always loved working out. I played a lot of sport growing up. I really enjoyed working out just, I guess, for the feeling of just feeling really tired. I enjoyed pushing myself. I didn't want to be a bodybuilder. I didn't want to be like really ripped or massive or anything like that. And I just loved the challenge of working out really hard. And some trainers at the gym there, they introduced me to CrossFit, put me through a couple of workouts. I loved the intensity. I loved the competitive element of it and kind of just snowballed from there. Training for me was a way to kind of escape all the noise in my head, to put all that whirring and buzzing that was always going around up there into movement. So it's played, I guess, a role so far and beyond just keeping me physically fit. It's also kept me very much mentally dialed in and focused. I have suffered from anxiety since I was a little kid, quite badly at times, and it's always something that's there whirring around in the back of my head. But what I've learned from training is how to just accept those feelings and how to not so much ignore them, but just be aware that they're just a part of the process. So I feel like giving up all the time. I think there were many years where at the end of the CrossFit Games season, I kind of said that I was done with competing altogether. And I think that stemmed from just the mental journey that I had to go on every time I was going to take the competition floor to kind of overcome that fear and self-doubt.
So the year that I didn't make the games, I was forced to confront not having the outcome that I had wanted, and to be able to then get myself back into a position where I wanted to train and compete required a complete reevaluation of why I train, how I train, and how I approach it mentally and physically. That was when I had to really fall in love with the process, because I think I'd been really outcome focused going into that year. Everything was kind of dictated around making the games, and that was success or failure as an athlete.
The other thing as well is find balance. If you're consumed by one thing and you're not enjoying it, go and spend some time doing something else, because often taking some time away from it will make you want to come back for more. I periodically take time off training. I periodically go on like trips or something like that overseas where I just won't even think about training for a few weeks. There's nothing I want more at the end of those sorts of breaks from training to get back into the gym and get back into some routine. You know, I'm a big believer in practicing mindfulness and using mindfulness-based meditations, basically just becoming aware of our thoughts and the transient nature of them. I do a lot of different techniques when it comes to, I guess, focusing on things beyond the negative feelings. So I understand that when I'm going to compete, I'm going to feel nervous, I'm going to feel anxious. So I'll try to find something that I can cognitively take up some thought capacity with, being that focusing on a rhythm with my breath, counting in my head over and over again, having a rhythm or a beat that I repeat to myself that is in time with the movement that I'm doing. Little things like that, that taking my focus away from the fear, the anxiety, the things that I'm nervous about, the things that I can't control that are going on around me, and finding focus with what I'm doing, that plays a massive role in it as well.
When I see someone in the gym that's not a professional athlete going through tremendous amounts of, let's say, physical discomfort or frustration and mental discomfort at not being able to do something, and I see them persevere and get through that. Because so often when you're in the gym, you watch people just mentally tap out. I get tremendous amounts of inspiration when I see the opposite happen.
I guess adversity comes in so many different ways, shapes and forms, so obviously it's going to be unique, but I guess not to shy away from it, to embrace it. Look for people that can help you come up with ways to deal with it. Don't try and ignore it, because it won't go away. We can learn how to deal with those thoughts and how to accept those thoughts and not let them interfere with our lives or our training or whatever it is that we're trying to do.
At the end of the day, training, you should be doing it for reasons over and above being successful at it. Have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously.
I sweat because when I work out, I am able to learn more about myself, learn more about what I'm capable of as a human being, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and through that process continue to grow.